So, hello. Greetings this morning. It is like 1:30 a.m. in the morning. I'm up. Went to sleep earlier because I had a lot of pain in my back from cleaning my stove. But I woke up around, and then say 11 p.m. But anyhow, this story time is going to be about a coworker of mine. At the time, it seemed like me and this girl was fighting for the affection of my baby's daddy. Now, mind you, my baby daddy knew this was my coworker, and he knew that the girl did not like me because he was trying to get with me and her at the same time. He didn't make shit no better by telling me that if I wanted to, I can have you and Tawana. And I'm like, don't you ever tell me that. And I'm like, dude, you are very disrespectful. Because he told me before he just really got serious with me, he told me that him and her exchanged phone numbers and they had been talking for a minute. But they only had been talking. Mind you, his old ass at the time was 31, and my coworker, she was 25. Me at the time, I was 29. All three of us was working at the Bush Airport. But it seemed like back when I was working there, everybody was trying to get with everybody. There was a lot of whorish set of people that work at the airport, the Bush Airport. But anyway, when he told me if I wanted to, I can have both of y'all. I can have you and Tawana. I'm like, no, you're not. If you're not going to just be with me, I'm not finna be no side chick, side piece. You're not finna be with me and then have her as a side chick and stuff. I'm not going to put up with that. So whatever it is that you have going on with her, you need to cut it off, because I've been leaving work, coming to your house with you every day, chilling with you. Sometimes me and him will go out to breakfast at IHOP after work, and sometimes we would go to his apartment and have breakfast and be together. So he really could not make up his mind in the beginning, my baby daddy, whether he really wanted to be with me. Anyway, me and her, she already didn't like me, just for nothing. And I wasn't too fond of her either. I didn't really like her either, but she was my coworker, and because me and her was working on the same shift together, we had to communicate with each other, because sometimes we would be put in the same area to clean the bathrooms at the Bush Airport. So anyways, she called herself trying to confront me one day. Well, we had these mutual friends at the airport, and they both was old and miserable. They both was like 50 years old, but they just loved to cause drama. They was jealous of younger women. One of them in particular, I talked about her in a similar story time when I said that she used to tell me that when she was young like me, she never went in a man's apartment and laid up with him behind his girlfriend back or whatever. And I'm just like, why are you telling me that? Because it's like you did do that. You reminiscing of how you used to be when you were in your 20s, probably in the late 70s or the 80s. And you did, like, men had used to ask me to go with them in their girlfriend's apartment and live with them, but I never did it. And I'm like, I'm looking at her crazy, because it's like, what you telling me this for? Obviously you did it with your miserable ass. But anyway, she is the one who, the one I just got the doc talking about, went back and told Tawana, my coworker, that I said that I didn't like her because she was always in my baby daddy's face, which I did tell the older lady that, but I didn't think that she would be a damn bone collector like the character Sheree on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and go back and tell what I said, everything that I said about the girl to the girl. But she did. And it's like, when the girl confronted me and she was like, I don't want him. Me and him was talking, but all we ever did was talk on the phone. From what my baby daddy told me, they was talking, and he made plans to come to her house for the weekend, and she was going to cook fish and shrimp and salad, and he was going to spend the night with her. But it's like, I'm like, okay, so why you never went to her house? And I asked him that. He's like, because she told me that she have a son, and her son like to cuss people out, and I'm not about to be bumping heads with her son. It seems like she don't discipline her children. From far as I know, the girl, the 25-year-old co-worker of mine, she had a boy and a girl. She had 2 kids. But anyway, when she confronted me on the job, and she was like, I never wanted him. If you and him are together, I guess I respect y'all relationship, but I'm not the only female up here at this airport who he be trying to talking to. Who he be trying to talk to. I'm like, do you think, like, girl, he been told me, I told her, he been told me that you and him used to talk. But he said it never went no further than that. And I was like, and I also told her, if it's something that I needed to say about you, I don't have to go to another female and say it. I'll tell you to your face. And she was like, well, whoever you was talking about me to, you need to tell your friends to quit telling your business. And I said, you need to tell your friends to quit telling your business too. Because people been telling me you've been saying things about me, which people were. Because the same old woman who went back and told her that I said that I don't like her because she's always in my baby daddy face. She told me that the 25-year-old girl told her that she don't like me and that I'm ugly and I always wear my hair in the same long ponytail every day. But I'm like, they tell me the same shit about you. You be talking shit about me too. So I'm telling you, you need to tell whoever the fuck you talk about me to stop telling your business. The same thing go for you too. She's like, well, I'm just telling you, whoever you be talking to me to, they need to stop telling your business, and you need to tell them to stop telling your business. I'm like, you tell them for me. And I walked away, and she just laughed. But, okay, after that blew over, and after me and her had that stupid ass argument, the month of May came. And this is the month of May with the Mother's Day. Always come in the month of May. So the day after Mother's Day, everybody was scheduled to go back to work after the holiday. So I'm already sitting in the office, already clocked in. And I was talking to this dude who me and her was friends with. And she walks in, clocks in, and look at us, and she speaks to him, and then she say, hey, happy Mother's Day, and then she's like, what I'm talking about, you ain't no mother. I'm just saying happy Mother's Day. I'm like, and I ain't gonna lie, when she said that to me, that made me feel some type of way because I didn't have no kids then. I've been wanted a child. I've been wanted a baby. I was 29 at the time, but for her to say that to me and then laugh like after she said that, I felt some type of way. But I never knew, probably like a year later, I ended up getting pregnant anyway by the same dude who me and her was arguing about. But it's like I could not understand. She was already talking to two dudes on the job. The dude that was on the shift with us, and she was kind of in a relationship with a dude who my baby daddy was friends with. So she wanted to sit up there and start an argument with me over my baby daddy, even though he didn't make things no better, because I was still here whenever I didn't show up to work because I was sick or something, because I was in the early stages of my pregnancy, that he would still be in her face. She would be in his face. They would both be in each other's faces. That's what I would hear. And I knew it was true. Because I walked in the break room one day, and I think I made a story time about this. Before work, I would always go in the break room and I would go to the vending machine, get a soda or a snack. But I walked in and I seen the two of them sitting together talking. She jumps up from sitting with him and she act like she's cleaning, wiping down the table. So she was sitting down on a job, which she should have got fired for that. But anyway, he looks at me, he said, hey, what's up? And I ain't say nothing. And then she just looked at me and him like, she started grinning at him because she saw that when he tried to speak to me, I didn't say nothing because I was mad at his ass. I was mad at his ass because I had been trying to call him and text him before to let him know that I was going to be late coming to work. But I didn't think I was going to walk in the break room and see him and her in each other's face. But that is what happened. Then he saw me go to the vending machine. And I was getting me an ice cream sandwich. He was like, I don't get no snack money. I still didn't say nothing. He said, could you give me a soda? I didn't say nothing. Then he came over there by me and started hugging on me. I told him, what you want? He like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, you know what's wrong with me. I told him, I guess it's true what people say, you do be in her face when I'm not around. And you thought I wasn't coming to work, so you was really in her face. What y'all doing sitting together? He's like, look, and in this life, this is some stupid shit he say, if you don't learn how to communicate and talk to people, and it don't mean something have to be going on between you and the person, but just because you saw us talking, it don't mean that me and her going together. He's like, I'm with you. I'm like, you don't act like it. He's like, could you get me a soda? I'm like, you tell her to get you a soda. Then I walked off. I walked away. But yeah, basically what this story is about is like, this story time is about the time me and my coworker had an argument over my baby daddy, and then she tried to shame me about not having any kids because she had 2 kids. And I didn't have any kids yet because I was 29 at the time. But the next year after that, I ended up getting pregnant. But yeah, that was such a fucking mess because I didn't want to be sitting up there arguing with her over him. He really wasn't nothing to argue about. And there's two other co-workers of mine who he was doing something with behind my back too. But I'm about to end this video. Hope y'all enjoyed the story time, or some of you viewers relate to what happened to me. Until then, y'all stay blessed.